Hello, this is Pam, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about prejudices and biases, for we all have them, whether we think we have or not. We are sort of trained by our family, our school, our work, our peers, our friends, and by the government, and many other things. We listen to others and sometimes take it on. We may not mean to, but we do. So this is talking about maybe some biases that I had to really think about. For instance, class. Sometimes we have upper and lower class, and you can be snobby about the lower class, or even an inverse snobbery about the upper class. And how about religion? Do you accept all religions, or are you biased towards one? Do you accept that they may have their own way, and that is fine for some people? Maybe not you, but it's fine for others. Some people have a prejudice about education. Oh, you haven't gone to college or university? Oh. Or you just went to school, and there might be snobbishness about being in higher education, or even, as I say, that other way of looking at it and thinking, no, I'm fine because I haven't gone to university or college. And prejudice is about skin colour. Underneath, we're all the same. Our blood runs red. Our bones are the same structure. We have the same organs within our body. We are all the same. We just have a slight colouring of the skin that's different. Why should that be a prejudice or a bias? I'm talking about that. What about countries? Some people are biased about countries. For instance, I know as I was growing up, there were a great many Irish jokes, putting down the Irish. Why? But in America, it was all about Polish jokes. So we do tend to have prejudices and biases that we don't always think about. And maybe even I haven't thought about. Not in detail, anyway. And biases about fat and thin. Oh, look at her. She's too thin. Or look at her. She's too fat. People are what they are and should be accepted as such. We don't know why someone is fat or thin, or just in a perfect shaped body. We don't know. So let's forget that bias. What about how people dress? I know in the past I've gone along the street and thought, oh my goodness, that person shouldn't be wearing that. Well, that's a bias of mine. So I have to work on that, because that's not right. And in England, north and south, a lot of people are biased, whether they're a northerner or maybe a southerner. There should be no divide. And age. Oh my goodness, look how old that person is. That person's so young, surely they shouldn't be doing that. all biases. Bullying, of course, is a bias. Bullying anyone is not acceptable, ever. Not ever. Biases about how people talk, accents, stutters, speech impediments, and disabilities. Those that are obvious and those that are hidden. That person shouldn't have a blue badge. Look, they're walking fine. Would you know what their problem is? It could be to do with any organ within their body. It could be diabetes. It could be arthritis. It could be a heart problem. There are so many hidden disabilities. And of course, some people are prejudiced against people with obvious disabilities. Politics. Politics again. We have biases. We have prejudices. And sometimes even things like music. Oh, I can't stand jazz. Well, that's not for you to worry about if other people love it. It's just different people have different choices about the music they listen to. And people have biases against spirituality. Many years ago, spiritual people would have been perhaps burnt as witches or killed in one way or another as witches. But people were killed for religions as well, and for many other things. Prejudices and biases. It's time for them to go. So this judgment of ours when we have a prejudice or a bias, this judgment affects not only ourselves but others. For when you send out a thought, the vibration of that thought goes out to the person you're talking about, or the country it goes out to, or the type of people it goes out to. Thoughts affect others, and thoughts are received by others. They are vibrations. And of course, talking is an even stronger vibration that goes out to everyone. And again, deeds. Doing something like bullying affects others greatly. And you don't know how you affect people with your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Whether you affect them mentally or emotionally, or sometimes even physically. This is not right. And this is not who we want to be. So, I've been told by my angels that the meditation is about releasing and clearing these biases and prejudices that we all have, even if we have only one small prejudice that we haven't thought about. So, if you're willing to do this meditation with me, then I suggest you find a comfy place to sit. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths, in through your nose and out through your mouth, filling your lungs and oxygenizing your body, releasing, breathing in and filling your lungs and releasing, and once more breathing in, filling your lungs and releasing. And then relaxing your body. Relaxing the top of your head, your eyes, your ears, your mouth and jaw, neck and shoulders, giving them a little wriggle to release all tension. Relaxing your arms, your hands and your fingers. Relaxing your upper body and your lower body. Your legs, feet and toes, totally relaxed, totally safe. Seeing before you that wonderful orb of Christ consciousness energy and stepping inside. As you do so, you feel the tingles of the golden Christ consciousness energy entering your aura and your body, your organs, your cells, every particle of your being, all being filled with the golden Christ consciousness energy. And the golden Christ consciousness energy enters your chakras, opening them, clearing and cleansing them, spinning and aligning them, and filling them with the golden Christ consciousness energy. First, the Earth Star Chakra, 30 centimeters beneath your feet. The base or root chakra at the base of your spine. The sacral below your tummy button. The navel at your tummy button. Solar plexus below your ribs. Heart at your heart. Higher heart below your throat. Throat at your throat. Third eye, center of the forehead. Crown at the top of your head. Causal just above your head. Soul star about 30 centimeters above your head. And finally the stellar gateway, a meter above your head, connecting you, earth to heaven, heaven to earth, totally protected, totally connected. See yourself as your soul self. And see an angel standing before you. This may be your guardian angel or another angel. You may ask the name of this angel if you do not already know. And the angel takes your hand and you float upwards. You float higher and higher, past the trees, past the clouds, out through the atmosphere of the planet. And in the distance, you see a white pyramid. As you approach the pyramid, it appears bigger and bigger. And it's shining, made of crystal. And the angel brings you to the door. And you both enter. As you enter, it looks a bit like a church, for there's a table or an altar at the far end, and there are seats each side of the pathway. Sitting in the seats are the biases and prejudices that you have. So there may be just one, there may be a lot. This is individual. You walk along the pathway or the aisle up towards the table, the altar. And at the altar is Archangel Metatron. And Archangel Metatron asks you, are you ready to release all prejudices, all biases? Are you truly ready to release them? If you say yes, he puts out his hand and touches your heart, drawing out any prejudices or biases and putting them in a large bowl on the table. Archangel Metatron asks you again, are you truly ready to release these biases and prejudices, some of which you may not even have known about, not even realized? And if you say yes, he gives you an implement and asks you to pound the biases and the prejudices into a fine dust. Which you do. Archangel Metatron will tell you when the dust is fine enough. When you have finished pulverizing the biases and the prejudices into a fine dust, Archangel Metatron asks you again, are you truly ready to release all of these? To release all prejudices and biases? If you say yes, he sends a mini whirlwind into the bowl, and the whirlwind picks up the fine dust and whirls it away to be changed to pure energy. So there is nothing left of these prejudices and biases. You feel lighter. Archangel Metatron now puts his hand on your heart, and you feel the love pulsing into your heart from Archangel Metatron. Unconditional love for you, and gratitude for you that you have done this work. And congratulate yourself for having done this work. After a while, Archangel Metatron pulls back his hand but he has a gift for you. This is personal to you, but accept it graciously with gratitude. Having accepted the gift and thanked Archangel Metatron for it, Archangel Metatron slowly disappears, and you turn and you see all the seats are empty. Not one prejudice or bias left, all gone. So don't start anymore. And you walk down the aisle with your angel and go out the door of the pyramid. And your angel takes your hand and you float down, looking at the world with new eyes and sending love to every soul on the planet. For all have come to learn a lesson of some kind, and some have a harder time than others. So send them love, send them light. And now you pass through the aura of the world, down through the clouds, down past the trees, back to where you started. And the angel hugs you, and you feel such love in your heart. The love encompasses your whole body. You thank your angel, and the angel turns and walks away, disappearing. And your chakras start to close down. The stellar gateway, a meter above your head, closes. The soul star, 30 centimeters above your head, closes. The causal just above your head closes. And the crown at the top of your head closes. Third eye in the center of your forehead closes. and the throat at your throat closes. Higher heart just below your throat closes, and the heart closes. Solar plexus below your ribs closes. Navel at your tummy button closes. Sacral below your tummy button closes. Root or base at the base of your spine closes. And finally, the Earth Star chakra beneath your feet, about 15 centimeters down, closes and grounds you back to the earth. And you feel yourself coming back into your body, wriggling your fingers and toes when you feel you're there, opening your eyes when you're ready, and taking a drink of water. Thank you for doing this meditation with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see each other again. Thank you.